the Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shishina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, Grand Bahama Health Services welcoming a special visitor today, Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pindling, for the third consecutive year traveled to Grand Bahama to spend time with employees and patients at the Rand Memorial Hospital. This year's observance was held under the theme, After the Storm, Rebuilding and Surviving. For Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pindling, it is her third visit to Grand Bahama in the capacity as Governor General of the Bahamas. The red carpet was rolled out, and students and health officials, as well as staff of the Rand Memorial Hospital and the Public Hospitals Authority, gathered in a ceremony centered around giving thanks despite Hurricane Matthew's impact on Grand Bahama. Minister of Health Dr. Perry Gomez was also in attendance.
Your Excellency, it is without question that your commitment to these annual visits is both encouraging and heartwarming. This year in particular, we give thanks to Almighty God for sparing our lives following the passage of what is recorded as one of the worst hurricanes to pass through our archipelago.
The Minister of Grand Bahama also spoke to the resilience of the Bahamian people and says, despite Hurricane Matthew being one of the worst storms to hit Grand Bahama, employees of the Rand Memorial Hospital held their own by ensuring health services were maintained on the island.
Yet after the thunder, the lightning, the heavy winds and rain, the hard-working professionals of the Grand Bahama Health Services remained steadfast in their commitment to the health and well-being of the residents of Grand Bahama and made sacrifices to ensure that all patients received the best quality care possible before the storm, during the storm, and after the storm.
Residents of Grand Bahama were also a part of this year's program. Students from West End Primary School gave a selection, while D'Avion Taylor of Sister Mary Patricia serenaded the Governor General. In an amazing moment during the program, a student from the Beacon School as well as a resident from the East recalled the traumatizing experience of Hurricane Matthew.
At a terrible time, God was so great. He protected all of his people.
Through it all, the Governor General gave words of encouragement, adding that the resilience of the Bahamian people demonstrates what it means to work for the common good.
I know as a result of that, lives have been disrupted because many have either lost their homes or suffered extensive damages and the businesses have been destroyed. In spite of your discomfort and lack of basic essentials, you have remained strong, and we give thanks to a good and gracious God that no lives were lost.
The Governor General was presented with a plaque by employees of the Rand Memorial Hospital and subsequently took an extensive tour of the Accident and Emergency and Urgent Care Center, the Pediatrics, Medical, Surgical, and Obstetrics Ward. Members of the Grand Bahama Health Service is wrapping up an extensive workshop examining the importance of communication and the delivery of quality health care in the public health system. Italia Hall has that story. The Grand Bahama Health Service is hosting a series of seminars for doctors, nurses, and members of the community, focusing on a study based on care, connection, and communication. Principal investigator and government consultant Professor Desiree Cox presented the findings to the attendees.
Typically, people will present results from scientific or health studies to healthcare professionals, and the community are often left out of that conversation. And one of the things that this work has pointed to is the need for communication and connection with the community. So the big question is, how can there be a bridging between the community and health systems and their improvement? Unless you have that, we won't have a center of excellence. Grand Bahama Health Services is wanting to move towards becoming a center of excellence.
Michael Fountain also made a presentation.
I'm here to present a platform called Lollipop Love. Basically, it's a platform to show gratitude. We're working to merge it into the healthcare system. And what I found that when I did my research, I found out that gratitude is one of the lacking aspects in the healthcare industry. I thought it was, pay. I thought it was the condition of the hospital, but it's really peer-to-peer gratitude.
Hospital Administrator Sharon Williams says that the Grand Bahama Health Services, along with the entire community, is responsible for the quality of service delivered.
We are prepared today to engage with various community members from private organizations, the other public organizations that usually partner with us, and individual community leaders to be able to advise them on where we are going, the results of our studies, what we have seen, and for them to assist us in deciding on the way forward to provide an effective healthcare system to meet the needs of the community of Grand Bahama and the surrounding keys.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, 150 employees of the Treasure Bay Casino in Lucaya have been made redundant. President of Treasure Bay, Susan Barnes, in a letter obtained by ZNS News, advised employees that the casino lease expires on December 4th and Treasure Bay will be pulling out of Grand Bahama. The closure of the casino will be carried out over the next couple of weeks. Barnes in that letter communicated that Treasure Bay has been working with government on the process to provide each of them redundancy payment. The employees have been off the job since the passing of Hurricane Matthew. In other news, a local hardware and home goods store continuing an annual tradition as they encourage residents to shop at home this holiday season. Sabrina Brown tells us more.
Dolly Madison giving residents an early start to the Christmas season with the annual Midnight Madness sale. Store manager James Roll says residents look forward to this event where they find 20% savings in every aisle, from appliances to Christmas ornaments.
Sale went very well. I'm happy to announce that I think Bahamian people are realizing the benefits of shopping locally.
The overwhelming response resulted in management extending the sale for a second day. Roll says their focus is on making prices as low as possible.
One of our main focus is also making sure that whatever savings we receive in purchasing, that we are able to pass on to our customers and consumers on the whole in our pricing. And so you would realize that a lot of persons took advantage of the low prices that we have inside the store, and they really got value for their money.
As Christmas draws near, Roll says Dolly Madison is planning to hold another big event, the Early Bird Special.
This is the one where you get that big 30% off between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. If you don't catch the 30%, you'll get the 25% between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. And then for the rest of the day, then we go 20% store-wide.
But he says the savings will not stop there. Dolly Madison is preparing to launch an initiative where residents affected by the recent storm will be able to take advantage of discounted prices.
We were looking to extend to those persons who have approved namer shopping privileges to give them an extra percentage off in addition to the namer's price, because those persons who have approval from NEMA, basically we sell to them at a bonded cost. And so we are now looking into extending additional discounts to those persons. That should be coming up in the very near future.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
And on to some sad news tonight. A Grand Bahama man and his American girlfriend were shot to death in a hotel in Raleigh, North Carolina this morning. U.S. media is reporting that shortly after 5 this morning, police officers responded to the shooting at America's Best Value near the Crabtree Valley Mall and found the couple dead. The man is identified as 28-year-old Dwayne Garvey, the son of educator Dwight Garvey and nephew of community activist Troy Garvey. The motive for the double shooting has not been determined. Raleigh police are continuing their investigations. Stay with us. There's more news right after this.